Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome back to another top list video. Obviously no time, but I'm sorry if I've been making videos so long. I have so many ideas and I don't know which one you came up with. For now, I just thought of doing another top list video until later on I'll come up with something. So sorry about that. So obviously this is going to be another top list. It's called again top 9 Black Sabbath studio album with Ozzy, not with some other James Ryan Dio or any other singers. So I just like to focus on Ozzy era Black Sabbath because I find more entertaining. And I know some of you will agree with me, but I just like the Ozzy's Black Sabbath more. So I've written down a list, and I'll think you of ranking their least to their best Black Sabbath album. So and again, this is my opinion. So without further ado, let's begin, shall we? Okay, number 10. I'm gonna give with this album, and this album was not the best Black Sabbath. I give it to Never Say Die. This album was the last Black Sabbath album with Ozzy, and I mean there's some tracks which is good, like of course the title track, and also Johnny Blade in a hard road, but the rest is just boring and all that stuff. So the album was not good. So find it least entertaining. So overall, Never Say Die. Okay, number 8. This album was pretty good, even though it didn't get good reviews. But I still like it. I give this one to Technical Ecstasy, if I cannot pronounce pronounce that correctly. I mean, this album isn't really that bad as I thought. I mean, despite what the reviews are saying, I mean, this is really good and enjoyment. I enjoy most of the tracks, especially the excuse me, especially the track "Dirty Women." That's the highlight where Black Sabbath performed the song in their live tour or whatever it is, and also I've also listened to their Super Deluxe edition, which has like a remix and also like an alternate version, which is really good stuff. I like it. So yeah, I give this one a Technical Ecstasy. Okay, number 7. I give this one to their new album. Obviously, it's called 13. This is the long-awaited Black Sabbath album with Ozzy coming back after for so long haven't recorded an album, and I was so hyped about it. I was just like keeping an update, like how's it going and what are the tour dates and all that stuff. But and this album was pretty impressive, especially with Ozzy. But yeah, I know it's frustrating that Bill Ward didn't record for the album, but yeah, it was pretty impressive. I'm glad it peaked number 1, but yeah, so pretty good album. So number 7, 13. Okay, number 6. I give this one to Volume 4. Volume 4 is really good. I have no complaints about it, but for me, it was really weird that the title is called Volume 4 because there's no Volume 3, 2, 1 or anything. It's a really strange title, but that was a time when Black Sabbath was doing a lot of cocaine while recording this album, and I mean the songs are really good. I do like the starter, Wheels of Confusion, Snowblind, and Under the Sun, and the rest of the tracks I enjoy. And also I have also listened to Super Deluxe Edition. You can see by the thumbnail, by the album art I displayed. Really good stuff, alternate and even studio stuff. So I recommend to listen to the Super Deluxe Edition. And so number 6, Volume 4. All right, number 5. This album is really a thumbs up. I give this one to Sabotage. Sabotage is also a good album. I really like it. It's so much like kind of like more heavy stuff. I listen to a lot. The only song I listen to a lot is Megalomania. Even though it's like around 9 minutes and 9 or 8 minutes if I'm correct. So and it is so doom, and I really like the way how Ozzy sings it. So, and really good stuff. So I give number 5 Sabotage. All right, number 4, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Again, an amazing album. I really love the title track, and the riff is so amazing. I've listened to every time, and I really like how, how even Tony Iommi does the riff with the Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, and everything. So it's really amazing. It is like mind blowing. I mean, I wish I can learn to play like Tony and even sing like Ozzy as well. So really good stuff. So number 4, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Okay, number 3. This album is all the way is where it all began. Obviously, Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath came out on year February 13, 1970. Obviously, Friday 13. So this is very like kind of like heavy metal sound, even though they were not like credited as heavy metal, more like hard rock, but it does pretty sound like heavy metal to me. And even I really like the title track, Black Sabbath. It is so heavy, it really makes me want to do so much headbanging. It's just amazing, even for a hard rock heavy metal fan like myself. And even the songs I like is The Wizard, Behind the Wall of Sleep, NIB, even their cover version, Evil Woman. And even there's also a deluxe edition of the Black Sabbath as well. So I recommend you to listen to it. So yeah, number 3, Black Sabbath. Alright, number 2. This is their heaviest, in my opinion, Black Sabbath album, and I give this one to Master of Reality. This album is so much heavier than in the other 3 Black Sabbath album. I mean, like hearing the songs like Sweet Leaf, After Forever, Children of the Grave, Lord of this World, Into the Void. Oh, it's so heavy. It really wants you to, again, do headbangs and move around and go crazy as well. And also I recommend you to listen to Super Deluxe Edition. It has like alternate version, alternate version, unreleased song. Like one unreleased song was Evil Woman, and there's like more of alternate version of song. There's an alternate song called Spanish Sid, which is like the alternate version of Into the Void. So yeah, really good stuff. Number 2, Master of Reality. All right, before we get to number 1, I have few honorable mentions. I know I don't do that in other videos, but I just thought you just do some few honorable mentions, and those 2 honorable mentions are Reunion, the live album. I know why I add Reunion in the list, because it actually featured 2 studio tracks like Psycho Man and Selling My Soul. It's also good stuff. And the other is The End album, which has half of the studio outtakes from their previous album and half of their live album. And if I remember correctly, in The End is like Season of the Dead, Isolated Man, Cry All Night. There's another track I forgot, but anyway, but that's the 2 honorable mentions. And now number 1, and everyone knows what this album is, and that goes to Paranoid. Paranoid came out the same year as their debut album, Black Sabbath, and it topped up all over the charts. To be honest with you, I was actually going to put Master of Reality number 1, but I just thought of switching their ranking, all that stuff. But Paranoid is their biggest album of heavy metal. Everyone likes the song like excuse me, like War Pigs, of course, their hit title track, Paranoid, Iron Man, and Electric Funeral, Hand of Doom, Fairies Wear Boots. And Iron Man is actually my favorite Black Sabbath song, and that's why I put this album number 1. So it is so great, and I can listen to Iron Man again and again and again. So yeah, that's why everyone likes Paranoid. And there's also alternate song of Paranoid and even Planet Caravan, which is really interesting. So I think it's in Super Deluxe Edition if I'm correct. So yeah, I recommend you to listen to this album. All right, that's all from my top 9 Black Sabbath studio album with Ozzy. So I know there are other Black Sabbath albums, but I haven't listened to these non-Ozzy Black Sabbath albums. I just feel like I said from the beginning, like Ozzy's version is more entertaining than the other random singers. But I don't know. It's weird because for Deep Purple, I listen to these random singers, so I don't know why. It's just weird. So yeah, I just that's the thing. I usually have a thing for hard rock and heavy metal like songs. It's mostly classic, obviously. So anyway, yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you agree with me, give thumbs up. If you don't, write in the comments what you think their album is their best. So once again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.